have Sacchitanand Uttekar joining in for a quick technical check on the market. Sachi, yesterday was the Nifty bank expiry. We did see a bit of a flourish towards the end of trade. Today is the Nifty expiry. The flourish has come in the first half of trade itself. Your thoughts on where we go from here? Do we sustain this, and what are the levels you're seeking?
Good morning, Mangalam. Mangalam, clearly we have seen a very strong, bullish move in the first half right now, and the cluster resistance is placed somewhere close to around 22,300, 22,350. So we don't expect, market to, really sustain at these levels, and probably we may see a slight bit of a correction, and the expiry could shape up somewhere close to around 22,250, 220 kind of a zone. So I think the major part of the move for the day seems to be done. Probably we may see a slightly, further push, but I think 22,340, 350 would be a good cluster wherein some short positions can be considered. So we are expecting again a pullback when it comes to Nifty.
Okay, expecting a bit of a pullback on the Nifty. Great. Got that, Sachi. Sachi, what about individual stocks? What are you looking at?
Good morning, Nigel. Nigel, here I think, it's better to keep a long-short ratio. On the long side, clearly the way Bajaj Finserv has, managed to sustain about that 1600 mark. It was really struggling throughout this particular series, but now it is displaying a very confident breakout. It looks like a classic triangular formation on the daily scale, which is indicating a price target somewhere close to around 1660 to 1680. And that's why we are recommending, building long positions here. Keep a stop loss at 1605 on a decline up to 1620. The stock can be accumulated in your portfolio. The first target would be around 1660 followed by 1680. And on the short side, I'm not really comfortable with the way Lupin has been behaving for the last 3 weeks. We have seen signs of distribution here when it comes to its weekly starts. It has been trending below its 5-week exponential moving average, and even the cluster support resistance support base at around 1600 has been breached. So probably we may see this particular stock displaying a sizable correction here, and that's why we are recommending short positions here with a stop loss at 1610. The trading target could be placed somewhere close to around 1550.
How far do you think the auto rally can sustain? I mean, we have a big move that we've seen on Maruti, which continues. Maruti this month is up 11% now as we speak at the high point of trade. The other one is Eicher Motors, again, among the top gainers on the index today, and most of the gains accruing just in the last 15, 20 odd minutes, currently at the high point. Sachi, so both Eicher Motors and Maruti, do you have a sense of the auto space? Is there a trade after this move that we've seen?
Well, certainly yes for Maruti, because the way we have seen this bullish flag breakout near to that 11,700 mark, it is displaying a pattern target of around 13,700. So I am really confident about this particular move. So every decline would be a good opportunity in this particular counter. Definitely, the base has elevated quite substantially at around 12,200 now. So any pullback towards that, would be a good opportunity to accumulate the counter. We don't see any major distortion.
Oopsie. All right, I think, Sachi, that audio has got snapped out there, but we appreciate you joining in. We'll thank you on... I think, Sachi, you're back. Please go ahead.
Yes. And when we look at Eicher Motors, the performance has not been really significant, and that's why we believe that the stock is still stuck in that particular range of 4,000 on the higher side, and the base is somewhere close to around 3,700. So probably we may see this oscillation within Eicher Motor to continue. But when it comes to Maruti, I think it's a good classic, buy on declines candidate. The weekly monthly structure is still exhibiting a lot of confidence, wherein we are expecting a move towards 13,700.
All right, take that point, Sachi. Thank you so much for joining in. Wish you a happy long weekend. Have a good one. Next year, next financial year, that is, we will speak to you about the markets and the way forward as well. And then before we take a short break, let's talk about some ideas for profit.